Workers' compensation law is strange, and most people don't understand how different it is from other injury cases. Workers' compensation was originally designed so injured workers would not need an attorney. That surprises most people. Over the last 15 years, I've watched people lawyer up faster than ever when they get hurt at work. Now, sometimes that makes sense. Sometimes it absolutely does not. In a typical injury case like a car accident, everyone fights about fault, negligence, and who should ultimately pay. Workers' compensation was designed to skip most of those arguments. And honestly, that part is good. Because when workers' compensation properly takes care of everything, injured workers often don't actually need an attorney. Unless, of course, you really enjoy giving attorneys money they didn't actually earn. In workers' compensation law, fault usually doesn't matter, claims move faster, and treatment can often begin without a legal battle. Years ago, we talked with a construction worker pounding rebar into the ground with a sledgehammer. After a few swings, the rebar hit a rock, causing the sledgehammer to violently kick backward into his head. He wasn't wearing his hard hat, and if he had been, the injury likely would have been minor. Most people hear that story and immediately think, well, wasn't it his own fault he got hurt? But this is one of the unusual things about workers' compensation law. Fault usually does not determine whether the claim is covered. Because the worker was injured within the scope of his employment, he still had a valid workers' compensation claim. That's the upside of a no-fault system. But the no-fault door swings both ways. Imagine the employer failed to provide proper safety equipment. Most people would expect additional compensation because the employer caused the injury. But workers' compensation usually does not allow extra compensation simply because the employer was negligent. In many other legal situations, that could completely destroy the case. In workers' compensation, the claim may still be covered. That's one of the biggest advantages of a true no-fault system, but there's a downside too. Workers' compensation only provides a limited set of benefits, and those benefits are heavily controlled by state law. Injured workers usually receive only 2/3 of their lost wages, and those payments are capped by law. You also cannot receive extra compensation simply because your employer made terrible decisions or acted negligently. And workers' compensation does not pay money for pain and suffering. So if an attorney promises huge pain and suffering payouts in a workers' compensation case, you should probably be cautious. Either they don't fully understand workers' compensation law, or they're simply telling you what you want to hear.